Like, hello.
Commentating, illustrating, description giving, adjective expert.
Haha.
Commentating, illustrating, description giving, adjective expert.
On these Act Move tracks. Yo.
Earl back. Shalom, my better cat. The spoken words of Enoch. We're gonna call this Idrys. Studying. This is what I'm studying right now. Freedom course. You know what I mean? It's a course I picked up off of the good brother Eon's site, Satcom. As I walk on this journey, you know, that Wizard of Oz that follow in the yellow brick road. So I have a lot of information in my head, but it has to have sequence. You know what I mean? So putting it in sequence. Now some actions I've already accomplished, like I did get my certificate of live birth authenticated. I'm about to do the next step of that, sending it to the Secretary of State. SOS Secretary of State to get it authenticated at the federal level. I'll get that document back and file the affidavits that'll go with it. In the background is Eon on the YouTube channel. So right now I'm looking up the definition of colonies in a standard dictionary. So the colonies, those British colonies that formed the original 13 states of the United States. Yeah, we learned this in school, you know. New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Let me hit the zoom on this so y'all can see what I'm looking at. And this is from dictionary.com. So what I'm gonna do, shrink it down, and I'm going to type it in. Next word is articles. Article. A written composition in prose, usually non-fiction, on a specific topic, forming an independent part of a book or other publication, as a newspaper or magazine. But I'm sure it's not that one. Not in grammar. An article is a person, in slang. Archaic, it is a subject of matter. It is a subject or matter of interest, thought, business, etc. It's the article. See, that's that shit right there. Skip that. Anyway, articles. A clause, item, point, or particular in a contract, treaty, or other formal agreement. A condition or stipulation in a contract or bargain. The lawyers disagreed on the article covering plagiarism suits. Yeah, that type of article. Because they had the Articles of Confederation. What was the Articles of Confederation? It was a written composition in prose. Because it was written, usually non-fiction, on a specific topic, forming an independent part of a book or other publication, as a newspaper or magazine. Yeah, you can have an article in a magazine, article in a newspaper. But this article we talking about is a clause, item, point, or particular in a contract, treaty, or other formal agreement, because the article was formed with clauses. A condition or stipulation in a contract or bargain. So that's what we're going to say. A separate clause or provision of a statute. From Middle English, Anglo-French, Medieval Latin, articulus, article of faith, Latin, joint, limb, member, clause, grammatical article, equivalent to RT, combining form of artus, joint, akin to arthro, arm, plus culus, cube. We're gonna go through all that, but let's get the typing in. Say article. Say 6. A clause. Confederation from Black's Law. So let's go to the Black's Law, 4th edition. And this is what I spend time doing. Because I like studying. I just like studying. So, blow that up so it can be seen. We're looking at Confederation. Confederacy. Confederation, a league or compact for mutual support, particularly of princes, nations, or states. Such was the colonial government during the Revolution. Black's Law. A league or compact for mutual support, particularly princes, nations, or states. Such was the colonial government during the Revolution. Revolution. And that's what that is. So you have the articles, you have the Confederation. I demonstrated the Articles of Confederation. These articles, we've already said, is a written document in prose that lists that lists clauses, items, points, and particulars. It's a contract. Article is a contract, a treaty. This was an article of confederation. And a confederation we have seen is a league or a compact. That's a group. Legions, or compact. And it was for their mutual benefit. Mutual support. Let's look up the Articles of Confederation, because that's what we're talking about. It's kind of like Articles of Incorporation. Check it out here. Articles of Confederation and Perpetual union between the states of. It was printed by Alexander Purdy, 1777. Rare Book and Special Collections Division. C. They call this a primary document in American history, the Articles of Confederation. The Continental Congress adopted the Articles of Confederation. The Continental Congress adopted the Articles of Confederation, the first Constitution of the United States, on November 15, 1777. However, ratification of the Articles of Confederation by all 13 states did not occur until March 1st, 1781. Ratification would be the agreement. They all came to agreement. The Articles created a loose confederation of sovereign states and a weak central government, leaving most of the power with the state governments. The need for a stronger federal government, like confederation, federal, federation, feder, soon became apparent and eventually led to the Constitutional Convention in 1787. The present United States Constitution replaced the Articles of Confederation on March 4th, 1789. And that's about the Articles of Confederation. Next is provincial. These are words to look up. I'm looking them up. You can look them up. This is going to be provincial in the Standard Dictionary. So let's look up provincial. Provincial. Would you like to hear how it sounds? It's running really slow. Anyway, provincial is an adjective, one belonging or peculiar to some particular province. Local, the provincial newspaper. 2, of or relating to the provinces. Provincial customs, provincial dress. 3, having or showing the manners, viewpoints, etc. considered characteristic of unsophisticated inhabitants of a province. Rustic, narrow, or illiberal. Parochial, a provincial point of view. For often initial capital letter. Fine arts, noting or pertaining to the styles of architecture, furniture, etc. found in the provinces, especially when imitating styles currently or formerly in fashion in or around the capital. Italian provincial. History and historical. History and historical. History and historigo of or relating to any of the American provinces of Great Britain. And that's the provincial that we're going to use. provincial. 5. History. Historical of or relating to any of the American provinces of Great Britain. That's Middle English from Latin provincialis, provincialis. Province. Let's see province. In history, historical, any of the North American colonies now forming major administrative divisions of Canada. B. Any of certain colonies of Great Britain which are now part of the U.S. Middle French from Latin provincia, province, official charge. Delegates, Black's Law. Let's go to the delegates. Delegates. Again, this is Black's Law 4. Delegate. You go into the delegate, get a sandwich, the delegate, smoked turkey, cheese, wheat bread. Delegate, a person who is delegated or commissioned to act in the stead of another. That's Landro versus Pacific Atlantis. I gotta learn about citations. I gotta learn what all the letters and citations mean. But that's the case law. A person to whom affairs are committed by another. An attorney. A person elected or appointed to be a member of a representative assembly. Usually spoken of one sent to a special or occasional assembly or convention. Case law there. The representative in Congress of one of the organized territories of the United States to send as an agent or representative to commit to the care or management of another. This one I am going to paste, copy and paste. Because it's got the case law. So I'm going to copy that. Paste that. Come down here. Copy that. Paste that. So I read it and I just copied and pasted it into it. But you have to get familiar with all these words. You know what I mean? Because how they flipping them is real crazy. It's grimoire. Grimoire. You know what I mean? Which is, you mean, from the magic books and shit. So that's the definition of delegate from Black's Law. We're gonna go to maxims in Black's Law now. Maxims. You ain't taking yourself to school, huh? Alright, maxims in Black's Law. Back it up. Look, what is the matrix? In civil law, the protocol or first draft of a legal instrument from which all copies must be taken. Man, you see how that just popped up there? You wanted to know what the matrix is? The matrix in civil law is the protocol or first draft of a legal instrument from which all copies must be taken. So your certificate of live birth is the matrix. Why did I say that? Because the first draft of a legal instrument, man, the certificate of live birth is a legal instrument. It's legally an instrument. Because it falls under the legal definition of what an instrument is. And from that master, all copies must be taken. And all the copies that we get of the birth certificate is just that. All copies, you know what I mean, from the first draft of that legal instrument. Wow, thanks. Right, when it comes through like that. And since we here, look, matrimony, marriage, in the sense of the relation or status, not of the ceremony. See, matrimony is a status, marriage is a status, a relation or status. That's why you have to get status corrected. What is the matrix ecclesia? That's from Latin, a mother church. This term was anciently applied to a cathedral in relation to the other churches in the same see, or to a parochial church in relation to the chapels or minor churches attached to it, or depending on it. Blunt. See, stuff like this you gotta know, because that sea ain't the same as the sea, but they was like from sea to shining sea. You know what I mean? You gotta see this shit. Alright, But alright, that's Matrix. Lock that in. That we saw that in Black's Law. Should have looked it up right there. Anyway, now let's continue on down to maxims. Here, maxim. Maxims are but attempted general statements of rules of law, and are law only to extent of application in adjudicated cases. There's the case law. An established principle or proposition. Principles and propositions. A principle of law universally admitted as being a correct statement of the law, or as agreeable to reason. Coke defines a maxim. Coke is it. Coke defines a maxim to be conclusion of reason, and says that it is so called, quia maxima ejus dignitas et certissima auctoritas et quod maxim omnibus probator or probator. I don't know. Sound good, right? That's the case law. He says in another, or that's the publication. He says in another place, a maxim is a proposition to be of all men, confessed and granted without proof, argument, or discourse. The maxims of the law in Latin, French, and English will be found distributed through this book in their proper alphabetical order. Alright? That's a maxim. A maxim. Like a maxim. See? A maxim. A maxim. It's a maxim. A maxim. Maxim. But let's get that. I'm going to copy and paste that, because we got technology to do that. You read it, you become familiar with it, copy and paste it, because this is for the benefit of others who will see this document, have that information filled in, so that when they read it, or when they're reading it, they can get a so I'm about to cut this short, because I don't want to run it too long. Like I said, those spoken words, Enoch, Idrys, study. You know what I mean? And share what you're studying. It means somebody might be able to add on. You know what I mean? Or y'all might open up a dialogue. Y'all might be building on the same thing, and y'all might be able to help each other with what it is you're trying to accomplish. And we all trying to accomplish the same thing, right? We want free, and we want to perfect ourselves. We want to be adafa, perfect. So you know what I mean, we want to perfect our trust and things like that. Alright, so again, spoken words of Enoch. We'll call this one, you know what I mean, Idrys. You know what I mean? Study. Students. This is for students. Students of themselves, who are studying that which is within themselves. continue on. It's that 43 minutes, 20 seconds. That's good. So, shalom, my better cat.